You guys ever have a cat and wake up to this in the morning? Isn't it the absolute worst? What's going on, y'all? Down south 77 here, and this is 3-Star Draw. I know I promised you guys a video with the new Voltron lines where I was going to put these guys together, and I haven't been able to get around to it yet. I'm running a little behind, so we're going to put together 2 Voltron lines.
They'll soon be defeated by Voltron.
That's
the
not
thunder of the universe.
that's not the sound effect I was hoping it would play, but I brought in some reinforcements with Pop Blender.
Hey, y'all.
And we're going to put together 2 Voltron lines. Dos Voltrones. We're going to get ready and get them out, put them together, and this is going to be crazy.
That means 2.
Two Voltrons right now. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Pop Blender is going to tell us about the top dog of Voltron, the leader of the Force.
Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. Keith is the leader of the Voltron Lion Force. He is the pilot of the Black Lion, and he is also the person who designs and tells all the battle strategies for Voltron. There's not a lot more to say. Obviously, he has the biggest lion of them all, which says a lot about Keith.
Keith is popular with the ladies.
Popular with the ladies.
So now we're going to take a look at this Black Lion.
What do you think, man? Is it time?
It's time.
Man, awesome piece. Awesome box. Love it. Haven't had a Voltron since... Wait, what the hell was that?
Star's Rubeast is about to have a bad day.
Yes. Yes, that sumbitch is. I love this, man. I haven't had one of these since I was a kid, so I can't wait to get this open, get it out, and then get the rest of it and get it all put together.
16 inches of Voltron goodness. It's like a Mia Khalifa video.
Man, I ain't heard that name in a little while, and you ain't kidding. You just sometimes can't leave what you did best behind.
That's the truth.
All right, so let's get this bad boy open. You got a little something. Doctor, can I have a scalpel? Oh.
Scalpel.
Okay, that's a good cut. That's solid, Doctor. Solid cut, Doctor. 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 You're going to have to clip some crap out of him, right?
With your handy-dandy angled snip scissors.
Yeah, man. All right, so.
Yes,
sir.
With them and let me take
Yes,
the
sir.
scalpel so you don't hurt your
Okay, because, you know, I don't want anything bad to happen on stream. That would be an awful stream. Let's get that out of there, little mister. All right, so, anyway, don't want to take up terribly too much time. Oh, my God.
He looks like one of those cicadas that are flying around down here.
Man, and if you guys don't know, then you need to know. And if you do know, then you do know.
I didn't do that with mine. I didn't angle the wings like that with mine.
You didn't?
No, I mean, I played with the wings, but I didn't do that.
Dude. Look, what's really awesome, man, and like, you know, having the metallic, you know, that one from 84 and everything, but, you know, then you've got, obviously, when you want to get it on, right? And you want to get that on, right?
That's kind of the stuff nightmares are made of.
It kind of is, actually, like
it's
that.
Like Alien. It's got a face with a whole separate mouth.
Listen,
mouth.
all of us are from the same, probably all of us, maybe, except for Crow. I think he's about 104. All of us.
Yeah, his cartoons didn't have sound.
They weren't even in color, man. Okay, and even when they put them on DVD now, when they showed them in the '60s, they weren't in color. Even on DVD now, they're not in color. That's messed up. So anyway, what is up with that? But even not, having the die-cast one back in the day, just remembering what it was like moving these joints, like, because there were so many, so you had so many options, and if you wanted them to leaping, right, leaping in
The
a
galaxy is about to be secure. Arm Voltron!
I'll tell you when it's secure, you SOB. But yeah, just the post. You're right. You said you couldn't grab this thing without making sounds.
You cannot move it.
You are
hitting that button.
100% correct.
Ain't
so
no kid sneaking in the middle of the night to play with Voltron.
Show it to that camera too.
That's that camera.
Oh,
that's
there.
that camera up
Oh,
there.
there he is. My bad. Listen, like I said, I'm an amateur. Hey.
Activate laser blade! Your evil forces will never defeat her! Arm Voltron!
Tickle me with your toes. Listen,
Good old days.
2 black lions don't make a right. All right? So, that's all I got to say about that.
Who you want to open next week?
Man, I don't know. I got to tell you, my favorite color as a kid growing up was red.
All right.
Favorite color was red. So, let's open up Red Lion.
We can open up Red Line right now.
Red Lion.
Red Line powers activate. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Red Line now. And we've got the card up in front of us. The Red Lion is piloted by Lance, and they actually put information on the back of the cards on these. Imagine that, and all kind of cool stuff. So I'm going to read it. Lance is the hot-headed ace flyer of the Voltron Lion Force. He pilots the Red Lion and is second in command of Voltron. Rawr. The spring-loaded
Right?
jaw.
That's awesome, dude. Love it. Love it.
So much playability.
Look, the tail. Retractable.
And it's flexible. Like it's bendy.
It's flexible. Obviously, you've got your bend in the middle. I mean, dude, like the head.
Middle.
Obviously, for different poses, right? I love it, man.
Yep. And he forms the right arm of Voltron, so you've got what is actually his elbow articulation here.
Look at this. Put the paws out, because you know that scene, right? It's like, look,
where they're all flying to meet up. They all come out of their hibernation.
Yes, meeting up, dude. Come on with it. Like that's, the scenes. You've seen them. Like, I love it. It's not the die cast that we remember as kids, and obviously if you want that, you can get that. But like, I'm super pumped as far as just the, going back in time. I love that with the spring action jaw.
Good spring on it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No kidding. Holy cow. I mean, that's holding on, dude. That is like,
Here.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So, this thing actually, I mean, it's so many points of articulation. It said it on here, 15 plus points of articulation on this line. I'm assuming all of these lines are probably going to have somewhat similar to that. We'll look at it and see. But just, the sculpting is what it is. It's Playmates. It's a big, giant plastic robot line, but this thing's made to hold up. It's made to be played with, like what we're doing. You want to go over what Lance and the Red Line come with?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you have You got his laser cannon right here. I'm going to show it off here, and then I'm going to show it off here. Yeah, you show it off too, man. Laser cannon. Obviously, you can attach that to whatever side you want. I'll put it on the left side right here. Put the laser cannon there. And then missile launcher. Obviously, again, it's kind of whatever side you want. It's spring-loaded, though, and has a button. Has a button that you can, fire it and fire the missiles from right here. The 3 missiles.
Little trident missile.
Yeah, man.
Missile.
So, like, and a lot of the kids' toys that came out, whoa, I just fired mine.
All right, here we go. Might regret this, but.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Nope.
On the bottom? Underneath? Tell me.
Right there?
It's right here.
Oh,
on the top.
I was pressing the back of the missile.
Yeah, it's right here on the top of the missile launcher. You can see. There you go.
I'll get that in a minute. I hope that didn't go down the vent.
It didn't sound like it, but missile launchers, stuff like that came into toys. I think a little post 80s. Like, you did see some early iterations, but I think that became much more popular in the 90s because I think manufacturers were looking for ways to get kids excited again about basic toys, right?
Definitely
about
for
figures.
G.I. Joe.
Yes, 100%. And which I say that a lot. But anyway, but yeah, so the missile launcher's cool. And then obviously you put this blade right here in the mouth, which it's his jaw blade. You show that off. I'll show it off here. We got 2 angles. So really, however you want to put it, I'd say it goes right side up, and he just holds that right in his jaw like that. And I'll put mine over here to show like that, just like 3-star.
You know who needs this? Barbecue needs this.
Yeah, he could definitely.
Barbecue's taking down all the doors.
Right, he could definitely get in and save somebody with that. But yeah, Red Lion's awesome, man. I mean, look, let's not get too crazy. We know that the other 4 lions are going to be similar in nature, but coming with the different accessories and weapons, I think is great. Obviously we all know what we're leading up to, right? We all know what we want to see. So the lions individually, like Voltron, are great, but when combined together, that's what it's all about. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Love it, man. I'm digging it.
You forgot the most important
Well,
accessory.
the red lion comes with the blazing sword. Right? So blazing sword. Now, as is with a lot of figures, these days, this is not a build a figure or whatever, but
Kinda is
a little bit. I say build a figure, not like a Constructicon, but you know how you get the DC stuff and it comes with a leg, and this guy comes with an arm, and you end up building like a whatever. This is not quite like that, but the blazing sword came with the red lion in his packaging.
Yeah, and I mean, Voltron is 16 inches tall.
Yep.
This is, I always like to use my height. I'm almost 6'3". That's what my hands are with this sword. Its sword is it's pretty massive.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It is really large,
and
man.
It is the proper amount of bendy. See, this is a child's toy.
Yep.
You can have plastic swords and other weapons that are this degree of rigidity.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. We're doing good so far.
All right.
Let's set the red line right there.
Who you want to see next?
Man, I'm green with envy, dude.
That's my boy. It's Pidge.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Pidge out.
All right.
All right, so here we go. We got my absolute favorite of the lines, the green line, because as you guys know, green is my favorite color, and I always liked Pidge. in the show.
Good old Pidge.
Pidge was always, kind of a little scrawny, nerdy dude, but I tell you what, Pidge would whoop your ass. He was the smartest one of the entire gang of the lion pilots. So these lions, as far as the articulation and stuff, they're pretty much about the same. Yep.
I mean, that's strong. Continue. I didn't want to mess you up, man, but golly.
So I always really liked Pidge because Pidge was like the last person you would think would be piloting a lion and a massive hero that is defending the universe. So I always really liked Pidge. So, and this actually is a lovely shade of green on this lion. This one actually almost does look metallic. Of course, it's not. But
in the light though.
Yeah, it's really a deep hunter green. The paint on this thing, I mean, they're all individual pieces of plastic that are cast that way. This stuff on the jaw, the hinge, that's paint. But the body, all that stuff, I think that is all cast that way. But so that's the green line. We're gonna take a look at what all he comes with, and what I didn't realize until we started looking at these guys. So he has his jaw blade too. This is the green line's jaw blade, and it's different. This is a different jaw blade than the red line is. So it has a spike in the middle as well, and it actually does have at the top of the jaw. It has a hole there where it plugs in, so it's not loose. I didn't even look at that on the other one. And these jaws are so strong.
Instead of it going upside down, it actually fits in that hole. And yeah, when you notice each blade has its own tab, right?
Yeah.
And so you actually, instead of thinking, oh, okay, that needs to go underneath so you can't see it, it actually is hidden.
Yeah, it's at the top. It's in the roof of the mouth, and there it is with the mouth open. The attention to detail on these things and playability is just absolutely amazing. So, Green Line comes also with a missile launcher, and it's a different missile launcher. It's not a repaint. It's an entirely different launcher than the Red Line comes with, and you can put it wherever on whichever leg you want. They all have their own spot where you can plug this stuff in, and you put that in just like so with the missile. And then he also comes with the battering spike, which I think is really cool. It's got a cool green spike, so to speak. So, kind of like you see in Mad Max or something where the cars get up next to each other and flatten tires or whatever. So I'm going to put that one on the back left right there. And there's a good shot of the Green Line's butt.
See, I've got, mine in different positions. What's kind of wild, and I want to know about this spins. See, that thing on the outside spins. I wonder if when it's all connected, if that has anything to do with anything.
It doesn't.
I don't think so.
It doesn't seem to unscrew anything.
Right, but that plastic piece that sticks out right there, and I'll show this on the other camera, the chest camera here. It spins, but it really doesn't do anything.
Maybe it was a tensioner for the spring, but it doesn't appear to do anything.
Not so much.
And the button for this launcher is on top. We found my other missile.
Yes.
No, it's not. It is on the bottom. I thought that was the button. That's not the button.
Oh yeah,
it is
no. It's right here on. Yeah. So pretty much the way it seems to me is their missile launchers have to be mounted on. Didn't go down the vent. Thank God. Hang on.
If that one had went down the vent, that would have been
that
great.
Would have been amazing.
So we'll find those later.
So the way it seems, retractable tail again. The way it seems is that the missile launchers evidently really need to be mounted on the left side of the body. You can do it upside down. I mean, if you want to.
That's what she said.
But I'm guessing that ultimately, at the end of the day, that if it was, designed for ease of use or whatever, I'd say if the button's on top.
Yeah.
Then obviously you could press the button.
Because what happens is
missile
any which way you're
right.
going to grab it, you're going to hit something by accident.
Yes.
Laser blade.
And you're going to
Yes.
activate something, and you're going to
Exactly.
lose your missile. So the other thing that the green line comes with, which is very, very awesome, is he comes with Voltron's shield.
Yes.
Just a big old hunk of spikes there. And that is the handle where he holds it. Does not rotate around, so you don't have to worry about the handle popping out or anything.
Yep.
And look, actual screws.
Yeah. Yeah,
It-
I was about to mention that.
It's put in with actual screws. It's not. We got too wide of an angle of focus, but anyway, you see the metal. 2 actual screws. So if you want to take this thing apart, there's no unsnapping. It's unscrewing, which is absolutely.
Which actually, let me ask you, because now that I think about it, as far as taking the handle off, and it has this rectangular hole right there, do you think that that's a way to mount it on a shoulder or mount it on a... I don't know for sure, and we haven't put this thing together.
Yeah.
My point is, I don't think anybody would really want to take it apart.
No.
But at the same time, why would this not be one solid piece of plastic and actually have 2 pieces of plastic with screws in it? Like, I don't know what the point of that is.
Maybe somebody watching the video can tell us.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that fact right there. So you got 2 individual pieces of molded plastic held in by 2 metal screws.
Yes.
This line's $19.99.
Right.
Hasbro, you sitting on your hands. The value in these guys is just absolutely off the hook.
And the fact that when, obviously, the way the torso twists all the way around, right? And so,
So does the head.
Right, and so does the head.
Get full on exorcist out of these.
But also that gets into when you're posing him, Voltron all together.
Yeah.
Right? So you're able to even do more with that. I just think that's, it's great options, and it allows people who do photography to really get into posing, these figures, and ultimately at the end of the day, a lot of articulation on each package. It says 15 points, of course, and that's great. But yeah, from a posing aspect, you want to do photography with great lighting, man.
Yeah.
You can come up with some. They're not metal. I get it, right? You might have something with the paint and stuff. They still look good. We're 3 figures in now. I'm still digging it. And we got 2 more to go, and then we got 1 more big one to go.
One massive
and I can't wait for that.
So we got to get our aerial view of our lines flying now.
That's right. Make love to me.
Oh, kiss
I
me,
love
green
you.
lion. Oh, my God. Oh, you're so beautiful.
Ah.
All right, for our next line, we're going to do something
old, something new, something borrowed, something
blue.
Blue Lion time. It is our Royal Highness, Princess Allura. She takes the spotlight. She's from the planet Aris. And the Blue Lion actually has some differences from the other last 2 lions that we, the red and the green that we opened up, because this tail actually doesn't retract, go in, so that's a little bit of a difference there. Good show there, buddy. Paint apps, obviously, still looking really good. I did notice something on the head of the Blue Lion, is that there is a green dot. Now, you would think maybe with a toy that is much more expensive, that maybe that would light up. Maybe that is a special, it's part of the design, and maybe that's something they wanted to include here. But it doesn't light up because, this is a less expensive line, so to speak. Still has, obviously, all the articulation points. I love the colors.
This thing pops.
I mean, it really does, and we're showing them both, right here. But also, I'm wearing the chest cam, and I want to show that off here in case down south wants to, add any of this footage. So if you see me looking away, it's because I'm looking down, checking my phone, because it's connected to the little GoPro here. The one thing I will say is from opening the jaws, I'm actually having issues trying to get the jaw open.
Because you don't have fingernails.
I don't. However, at the same time, there it goes. You know what? I think it needed to be open one good time, and then look. I mean, look.
I've run into that. I've run into that before.
Yeah, well, listen. Jaws of steel, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Luckily, the ones that I had didn't have teeth.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I've seen that movie. It's weird.
I didn't even realize I even recorded that. But anyway, so, the Jaws maybe just needs one good time to open up there and get them open. Obviously, from an accessory standpoint, each one of these lions... at least our periphery lines, arms and legs, come with a jaw blade. I'll show that off right here, and then I'm also going to show it off for this camera. As you show that one off there, I'll show it off for the chest cam, and hopefully maybe this stuff can be edited together. It's a lot of footage to try to put together, but it could be a lot of fun to do.
It's a lot of fun making it, that's for sure.
Yeah,
hope you guys like it. I also wanted to point out that this, although it is a similar shape than the one that Green Line comes with, it's the same shape, but this one is much larger. It is pointy on the ends where this jaw blade sticks up, and the actual detail on the hilt, I guess, itself is different. So they look the same. You think when you first look at it that it's the same thing. Entirely different mold, sculpt, paint, the whole 9 yards.
Also, something else I noticed with the Blue Lion that I want to mention. When you try to put the jaw blade in, it really seems like it doesn't want to go. It seems like it has a lot of issues. Yours kind of went in there, but the top teeth actually go down through the 2 holes. And I noticed, with the other 2 lions, the jaw blade kind of fits inside the mouth, behind the teeth. This one actually, the 2 top teeth go into the actual jaw blade,
and it doesn't close.
Right, it doesn't close. So it's a little different than the other one. If you got, I'll jaw you to death, you jawing son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's how Princess Allura sounds, and that version of Princess Allura actually looks like Princess Vespa's stunt double from Spaceballs.
Oh gosh, the beard, the cigarette, maybe
cigar.
Not, I don't know, cigar. That's right. Just a sexy, sexy beast. And
I dated her sister.
Really? Well, I actually don't really know what of hers I dated. But anyway, so just a couple little changes there with the Blue Lion. Nothing crazy. Obviously, you've got the. Want to make sure I get it right with the missile launcher, which is the same as the others. You're showing that to the camera there. It also, the missile launcher has a different kind of thing on the side that looks like what you would use to open a safe, right? Like the big handle kind of thing.
Well, it's the same mechanisms, but it's an entirely different launcher. Like the sculpt and everything.
Yeah.
The mechanism is the same.
Well, that's what's cool. Like the launchers are all different, right? However, the mechanisms on the side all definitely do look different, as you mentioned. And then, the Put the missiles in there. I'll show them this footage here, and hopefully this one won't go down the hello. Now, what's cool about it is to get that to fire, instead of it being a button on the top, what you have is you actually push in that handle.
Yep.
Right? On the side.
Entirely different.
Yeah, so that's even something different that's super cool. Obviously, the articulation. The difference is, however, because now we're talking about the bottom right leg, and we're talking about it turning into a foot, which means that, you know, the lion is only going to make a certain amount of turning or whatever. The body's not going to be able to rotate like the other ones. The head, while it does rotate a little bit, does not do a full rotation upside down and everything like the other lions do. And obviously that's because the other lions, the heads are hands. And they hold the sword. They hold the shield. That means that they can move around. So the legs going to be a little bit different. It's going to serve as the base. Yep, there you go. I'm showing on the other camera here. And so that's a little bit different. So you don't have the same type of articulation out of the blue lion. But it still is great for this toy. For $20, it's fantastic. We also obviously have the beam emitter as well, which... place that wherever you want. I mean, it does have a certain way that it can go. When you look at these pictures on the back of the box, on the card art, all of the accessories they come with are basically put on the left side of the lion. That doesn't mean you have to do that, but in order to show it off...
Yeah, you get the left profile on the back card.
Yes.
So they're all on the left to show it off. But you can put it wherever you want.
Yeah, it works no matter what. And again, having these accessories,
so when
they're
it's
awesome.
When it's like this, this is like that dude that came into the Roadhouse. Right boot. Got it. Shling.
Yeah, right. I mean, overall, super cool. I mean, come on, man. Like, they're all cool. But this one, in the blue line, if you compare it, I mean, just looking at them side by side, as I'm going to show mine on the chest cam, and down south, if you want to show yours on the main cam, the blue line's bigger because it's a leg.
Yep.
Like, you can see, obviously, it's a bigger piece altogether. And so that makes sense with proportions, right? You want this Voltron to be proportionate, and they took that into consideration. And so they kept it like it was with the old ones. The green and the red were a bit smaller as the arms. The blue one is a bit bigger, and obviously we'll get to our next one here, the canary in a coal mine.
The crow in a coal mine.
The crusty old crow in a coal mine.
This I do want to point out that this is probably the best looking one so far with the colors. They all look good.
I think so. I agree.
But the blue, and it's just this perfect color of royal blue, looks like battle plate Cobra Commander blue. Kind of similarities there. It's a little bit darker, but with the yellow and the red, and then you've got that green jewel that Pop Blender talked about. Really striking, good-looking hunk of plastic here.
Yeah, it's great. I love it, man. I don't know what else to say, and we'll get ready to open up the next one, man. And
they do have to fly, though.
That's right. They do have to fly.
They've got to fly around first.
And we're one more step away from completing our final equation.
You're so pretty, Blue Lion.
I really like that jewel on your head. Can I rub it?
Your dagger. Touch me with that dagger.
Oh, your tail.
Dagger me. Oh, dagger me, dagger me. All right, so we are down to our final lion, and this is a lion that was a lot of people's favorite lion and pilot for this lion. This is the yellow lion. The yellow lion was piloted by Hunk, and Hunk's bio is Hunk is the brawny yet soft-hearted mechanic of the Voltron Lion Force. He pilots the yellow lion that forms Voltron's left leg. Really similar to the blue lion. Matter of fact, it's pretty much the same thing as the blue lion, just in yellow. Same articulation. Tail goes that away. Now, we did notice when we got him out, both of our yellow lions, the joints are quite a bit looser, noticeably looser than all of the other lions, including the blue lion, which is the other leg. It's not a problem. They're not floppy. There's no floppiness or anything here. No. They just move quite a bit easier. Not as much resistance there, but still, this is way better than my G.I. Joe classified Rakondo. So I will take it. And again, all the tolerances there, you're not going to have any problem posing it. You're going to get all the poses you want out of it. Nothing. Yeah. It's mainly the upper shoulder joints here that are the most noticeable, but it is a difference. But do not let it dissuade you from picking up this guy. And I cannot stress enough, this is a $20 toy. This giant hunk of plastic is $20. When we got him cut out,
what $20 toy do you know does that?
I mean,
like seriously.
When we got him cut out of the package, we were and first getting him out, we looked at it and I said, you know, if this was a G.I. Joe classified Voltron, this line would be probably $50 or $60, and the smaller ones that are the arms would be $40 or $50. Playmates, man, is killing it with this, and I know these lines are actually these are reissues of ones that come out 5 or 6 years ago. I know somebody showed one off to me last night. They had the original one in a stream. Well, I don't have that one, and this one has the 40th anniversary package. So if you don't have it and you can find these dudes, they're worth absolutely every penny.
It's $20. It comes with accessories. It's solid, right? Like, you know, and again, the jaw joint. Holy cow, man!
Help me!
I mean, seriously. But I mean, listen to that. Like, that's awesome. But you know, yeah. Again, I said it earlier. It's not the die cast, you know, but it's really solid. It's a good price point. Yes, to have all of them is over $100, but at the same token, these are full size. You know, they're full size. It's not a miniature set. They all have different accessories. They all look different to an extent, right?
All of their accessories are completely
different. They're all different. They all fire. They all set a different way.
Yep.
And the jaw blades, every single one of them is a different jaw blade, and that alone is super cool. You know, like it's they didn't skimp on this, especially for the plastic they're using, how they put it together, and the price point they have at it. I think anybody would be happy to have this. And if you just want to have it assembled as Voltron on your shelf, I fully understand that. However, looking at them now all together, you know, I gotta say, I mean, you could do some really fun stuff with them not assembled as Voltron. We haven't even got there yet. That's the thing, right? Like, we haven't even got there yet. But I think not assembled, different poses, plenty of articulation, so you can get all kinds of different
you can
poses
do all kind of stuff. Right? You can have every line posed completely differently.
You can have it like you've got a cat at home that's stretching out and clawing at a post.
Up on your desk while you're trying to do stuff.
Yeah, that's my favorite view. And then, you know, but seriously, like, there's so much stuff you can do with them. It's fun. If
Yeah,
they still
they're dope.
if they still stay hard to find, I could see these things going up in value. If it's one of those things,
Yeah.
it's a limited toy, it's a short time thing, and maybe they do get hard to find and they become a little more expensive if you want to get them
Yeah.
after the fact.
I mean, they may be plastic. Okay, they're not the die cast,
No.
but they are the value. I spoke to another toy tuber earlier today, different conversation, but he was talking about value in things. With these things, the value is there, and I would wait just a little bit before you paid a whole lot extra on the secondary market to
Yep.
see if they start hitting. As I've mentioned in my previous videos about these sets, they're not showing up in Target's system. They're showing up in the stores. Eventually, they're going to make it into the system where you can search them online. They're going to be there. But in the case that they pass you by or you don't catch it right or they stay sold out, this is one of the few things that I've bought recently out of any line that I would say is probably worth a little extra money if you have to overpay for it. Don't get scalped, but
No.
these guys are $20 for the basic lines, 30 for the black line. If you could get them, seeing it in hand and knowing what it looks like in hand, I would probably pay. I'd probably pay double for each line. I wouldn't go beyond that, but to have them all, they're that good. This is that much. This is that fun of a toy. I would probably pay double for them, having them in my hand. And if you guys believe any of my reviews or you follow my reviews, I don't like paying more money for stuff. And most of my classified collection was built paying secondary prices because I was late to that line.
Yeah.
So I got lucky with these. So
let's talk about the accessories
yeah,
for a minute.
so he comes. This is one of the coolest things. I just realized I was looking at the entire wrong camera while I was doing that. I was looking up there.
That's
So
right.
that's why I did that. We've got two cameras. So this is his razor wheel. This is one of the coolest things that I think any of the lines come with as far as their side accessories, and you can clip it on wherever. We mentioned on the package art, it shows them all from the left side, but you can put them in any one of these shoulder joints. And he does also come with his missile launcher, entirely different from the other lines. And it does only have one port to stick the missile in, so it only fires out of one. But the entire, they're all different. This one has a little bit of sprue there on the end, but look, I pulled that off. Look, no more sprue. Paint on it is fine. So I'm going to stick this on the front left shoulder.
But they are all a little different. That's what's cool about it, right? Like they all have a different firing mechanism. The missiles are, even though you had the three, they're horizontal, vertical, single, double.
Yeah, this one is not a trident, it's a double, and you see you have the one port to stick the missile in, but when you put that missile in,
it looks like the other ones.
It looks like you have two missiles.
Yeah. And looking at it, if I had to say the one that I have, maybe yours is different. I guess when you're doing pictures, if you look at it right here, and I'll show it right here too, maybe that other missile that's not the one that slots in doesn't exactly line up. If you look at it, it's just a little shy. It's a little short of the actual mechanism than the one that slots in, which that would be, that one. So when you connect it, it doesn't quite look like it's lined up right. It's just a little bit of a short piece. But, all angles make all the difference in the world. And no one is going to know that but you.
That's not, and that ain't,
Especially if you
that's
take pictures.
not bad enough to bother me in the least.
Right.
So, see which one of these buttons is the top one.
Holy moly.
So we've shot all the missiles.
Yep.
We had
and
to
then
we gotta shoot the
obviously
missiles.
the jaw blade. You want to talk about the jaw blade?
Yep.
What a unique design that is.
Yep,
Totally different.
Completely different from all of the three other lines. Fits in that way where it is the blade is angled out to the left, and it does have the spot where it does plug up into the roof of the mouth there, and the mouth doesn't close all the way, but I mean it's meant to the teeth kind of hold it there. I mean it's the way it's meant to go, and it ain't going anywhere. It is not falling out. You could probably throw this guy and it's not falling out.
Yeah. No, the jaws. That's also what's great about this is that all of the jaws are so strong that you don't have to worry about the jaw blades coming out.
You're not going to lose the jaw blades.
And that could be a concern for somebody as you're moving them around or whatever. And it's like, because you think some toys that have jaw hinges, they're instead of being tightened, it's loose the other way.
Yep.
And if something was going to carry something in its mouth, you might be worried that if you pick it up, move it, do pictures, whatever, that hinge doesn't close properly, and you're going to lose whatever it is that might be carried in the mouth. But like these things this is solid. Plus it has obviously the slot for the jaw blade to go into. So like that's just one less concern someone might have if they don't just set this on a shelf.
Yeah.
And actually take it out and play with it and do photography with it. So
yeah, it's not. None of these jaw blades that these guys have are going anywhere.
Nope.
They're where are you going? Nowhere. You're going nowhere.
As a matter of fact, when they fly, they go nowhere and they go somewhere.
They go everywhere.
As in space.
Jaw blade. I'll jaw blade your nuts off.
Oh, you jaw bladed my missile.
Nuts.
My missile fell.
My jaw blade.
All right, well, we have checked out all of the lines. We've gone from the A to the Z of the lines, looked at them all individually, tried to show them off to the best of our ability. I really like them. I'm really happy with this set so far. Pop Blender, what do you think about them?
Yeah, I love it. I love it, absolutely. And like I said earlier, that now that I've seen them, I got to have them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely worth the money. This is a great toy. So we've done all we can do up to this point. So now I think it is time to
form Voltron.
So, final thoughts on Voltron once we get him formed. He is. He's not great. I hate to say it. We had a lot of trouble. We had trouble getting him put together, which we figured it out. Oh, there he goes. I'm getting to that.
Laser blade.
Yeah, activate.
Activate gravity boots so
Yeah,
you'll stay standing
Yeah,
up.
activate something. So that while we're getting to that, might as well go ahead and get that out of the way. He does not stand very well. The lions themselves are excellent. Once you get Voltron formed, he's very difficult to pose, and he has a tendency to fall over. Once you link all the lions together, the weight of the top half tends to drag him over. That doesn't mean you can't get him posed. You can get him to stand. The other thing is the shield. The shield does not fit very well at all. The shield is basically useless once you get it out and put it in his hand. It won't. The shield, the tab's not long enough to fit in the roof of the mouth. Now, am I sorry that I bought this? Not in the least. It's not at all a horrible figure. It's a good showpiece. It is a little disappointing once you get it put together. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a lot to be said. I think the individual parts I think are greater than the sum. Usually it's the other way around, right? You bring all those parts together and you create something and it becomes this awesome thing,
Yeah.
whether that's Constructicons, whether that's, anything like that. Voltron obviously being one of those types of things. Unfortunately, as much as we love the Lions,
Yeah.
all together, it's very loosey-goosey. You got to do a lot of work. It's going to be something that you set up and you do not touch. And you almost kind of hope that you don't have a lot of vibrations on the floor or whatever when you walk by, because easily I could see him falling over.
He's very wiggly, and he is one of the things that I've mentioned before with some of the classifieds is once you pose them and that plastic starts to flex, I guess, as you've got the weight setting on certain joints, and it will have a tendency to just gravity will take over and he's gonna go.
Right.
He's definitely going on the shelf, but he's
Let's
going.
put him out of business.
I thought
It might be if you keep up with this falling over crap.
I heard put him out of his misery.
I heard put him out of business, but put him out of his misery also. Good.
So he
Form blazing sword. Kids, talk to me. Are you hurt? No, I can handle it.
I got an idea.
I can handle it.
I'm going to turn you off for now. How about that? Sorry.
I can handle it, but barely. So, it's not awful. I try to do, we've been silly and enjoying this and try to do an honest review. The honest review is it's Voltron. If you've got a soft spot for Voltron, buy them all. I still say that the Lions are probably worth up to double retail on the secondary. But just know when you buy them, as awesome as the Lions are, once you put them together into Voltron, that decreases. If I was buying Voltron as a whole, seeing Voltron put together, I would probably say do not pay double for it.
No.
And that's a weird thing to say. It's just seeing it all come together, put together.
Yeah.
It's a little disappointing. But if you're a Voltron fan, I would definitely say go ahead and pick it up. I'm glad I bought it. I'm not at all disappointed that I picked it up. I am a little disappointed in the final product, but the quality is there. The problem is with the hip joints and the waist. They're not they're not stout enough to support the weight of the whole thing.
That's true.
So, giving it a ranking on my scale, 1 to 5 yeehaws, Pop Blender, would you say you think he is?
I hate to do it. You know, if 5 is a perfect figure, which I don't even know if there's really any out there.
No, there's only been one
And
classified for me.
so using that obviously as our scale, then a 4 would be not only a perfectly adequate figure, it would probably be above average figure.
Average.
I got to go with probably like a 375. I think all the lions themselves, if you set them up and you pose them and they're in that lion form, I think you can have some fun with that. If you're going to put it all together as Voltron, you may have a rough day trying to do some photography if you don't tiptoe around this thing. You ain't setting them up in grass.
No,
I can tell you that right now. I don't know how in the world you could do anything like that.
If anybody gets this gang and puts it together and has him doing action poses in grass,
Please
send me your
know.
PayPal because you deserve money.
Yes, 100. Yeah, yep.
He's nice, but he's very tipsy. The weight drags him over.
I can't wait to have him in the background of some of my videos.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to show him off as far as this. You know, or maybe all separate.
Yeah.
But if I was, you know, looking at toys, rating toys, and this is a $120 figure, mind you, all together. So let's not kid ourselves. This is $120 all together, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
we talked about that.
You're getting a lot of plastic. You're getting a lot of figure.
And most of it is really solid. The jaws on the lions, right? Like just the body, everything. They click. There's a good click to them.
Yep.
People that like that.
Paint on it is good. It has electronics.
Yes.
You add individual lions to the black lion,
accessories.
And they have their own sounds that each line you add unlocks different sounds.
Yep.
Loaded with accessories, like you said. The lions are worth double retail. Voltron is worth retail. Put it that way.
Yeah. And that last like 20 minutes really kind of was like letting the air out of a balloon, right?
Yeah.
We said that a minute ago for whatever. But yes, it really was. It's like we're sitting there struggling. We're trying to get it in. We're trying to, put it together, and then we get it together, but stuff's falling off or falling apart.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't happening. And then we finally got it, and then you realize just how loose this guy is.
Yeah,
you can't set him up.
He's very difficult to pose. You got to get the weight centered. You've got to get the blue and the yellow lion heads just right. You've got to get the legs spaced apart. You got to get the right angle on the legs, which is basically straight. You try to do bending, like you're not going to get superhero landing out of this guy. His articulation is limited in Voltron form as it is. And, I just made a whole video about a classified figure that I really did like the character, but, it ruined the figure because it was so floppy. This guy is pretty much as floppy. Of course, he's also 4 times the size.
Yeah, and multiple parts that have to connect together. So I give the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's not that. It's just that when you spend that kind of money, you think, and going back to your childhood, right? And you just, whether that's right or wrong, it's in your mind, and you think, man, that's solid, right? You put the pieces in, and you get it together, and it's just, it's got a lot of sway.
So he's, I tried to be as honest and, as I could with everything. We're really excited for it. Obviously, we loved it. We've had a great time doing this and doing the review and the unboxing. But the end result is disappointing. So I don't really have much else to say about it. I know everybody is on the hunt for it. If I find any more of these guys, I'm still going to pick them up because I have friends that are still trying to get all the lions. This is what the end result's going to be when you finally get them.
Yep.
If you're a Voltron fan, though, I mean, you still want it. You're still going to need it, and it's going to look good on the shelf. I agree. A 3.75 Yeehaws is about where I'm at with it. It's not awful, but it is far from perfect. Take that for what you will, but that's my take on it. It's a cool figure. It's cool. Lines are great. That's about all I can really say about it, man. So
yeah, there's not much more I can say about it too. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is Voltron, so
we've had them fighting the whole time.
yeah,
So.
it is Voltron, and if you like Voltron, then you're probably gonna like this. Just don't expect it for $120 to be something that you can really set as a very solid piece for your curio cabinet, your
You don't want them around a
dresser,
thin
whatever
glass,
it is.
that's for sure.
No, it's this guy. One day, actually, even though you could be on your tiptoes, because of these joints, one day he might end up doing that. And you'll come home from work, and the missiles will be gone, and and you won't know what happened. And it's because he just naturally fell over.
Backwards.
There's nothing you can do about it.
One day, I mean, you get tired of defending the universe, and you just
ain't that
topple.
The truth?
I'm
Lord.
tired of defending it every day. Jesus Christ.
Oh well. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Had a good time either way. A lot of laughs. A little disappointed at the end, but overall, I still love it. I love some Voltron, so I'm gonna put it on my shelf when I get home.
Oh yeah, he is going on the shelf. He's just gonna go on a low shelf. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this very long but hopefully very entertaining unboxing and review. I am Down South 77 and
Pop Blender.
And we will see you guys on 3-Star Draw and Pop Blender.
Jawblade! I'll Jawblade your nuts off! Oh, you're Jawblade my missiles! Nuts. My missiles! No, my Jawblade! Oh, man.
I got a turtle head poking out. That didn't work. I'll have to do it again. I didn't get the angle right. All right. Oh, sword's in the way. I hate it when the sword's in the way when I'm down there trying to do that. Oh shit! That's gonna make the blooper reel.
Oh shit!
All right, that's for the paid members in 6 years when I get a blooper.
Something looks like it's when we laid in.
All right. So here we go. So, all right. Oh, look at me! Oh, I got a turtle head poking out.
Of how loud you are.
Yeah, well, I can't talk any other way. I can't intentionally talk louder just to get it to pick up because it's not natural.
Well, right. But I mean, I could talk about the Red Lion and how badass it is, and I could talk like that for probably about an hour and a half or actually 7 hours because that's what happens when I'm at work. Right. I have to talk this loud.
Well, I can talk about this black lion and these nuts all day
These
long.
black nuts!
Chocolate salty balls.
Actually, even though you could be on your tiptoes, because of these joints one day, he might end up doing that. You can even slow that one down like
There, and crank that gain up a little bit. Maybe that won't get too fuzzy in a crambo.
Is you ain't my baby. My baby found somebody new. Is you ain't my baby.
Crambo.
Rooney, this is Sergeant Peterson with the Chicago Police.
Running. I think we lost where we were going.
I don't even care. Anyway.